Good morning and welcome to Strength and Balance. My name is Hannah and I'm a senior fitness instructor with Stonebridge Community Services. And this morning we have a full body workout to work our way through. We've got 8 different exercises, upper body, lower body, some core specific things. Everything will be standing, so nothing on the floor. We will use a wall as a piece of kind of equipment. So you'll need a clear space at the wall, somewhere you can place your hands and stand in front of for 2 of those exercises. Otherwise, you're going to need a set of weights. I'm going to use this size of dumbbell. You can choose whatever size feels great for you today. Alternatively, you can use no weights at all, or you could use something from around the house, like a full water bottle, a pair of full water bottles, or soup cans, or something like that. For the second part of the class, that's balance, and we'll need to be close to a piece of support furniture, chair, table. I always use the wall, kitchen counter, island, back of the sofa, whatever it might be. And then we'll have a little stretch and we'll be done. Let's make sure we always have our water handy, so we can keep hydrated through the class. I think that's everything I need to say, so I'm going to come up to feet and we will warm up. Let's stand up nice and tall here and let's march on the spot. Lifting those feet right up, letting your arms move forwards and backwards. We'll take a nice deep breath here. Big inhale and exhale. Deep breath in, reach those hands up and lower down. Deep breath in and out. Add one more, reach those hands up. Slowly lower down. Good. Let's pull our shoulders up towards our ears. Relax them down. Lift those shoulders and lower. Pull the shoulders up and down. Let's lift and lower. Good. We're going to roll our shoulders, nice big circles. And let's roll those shoulders forwards. Let's bring those arms out to the side. We're going to bend at the elbows. Bring those hands in and out. Hands in and out. Elbows are nice and high. Hands in and out. In and out. Good. Let's hold those hands like a goalpost. We're going to bring hands and elbows together and back. Hands in and out. Hands in and out. In and out. Hands in and out. Let's bring those hands down and up. Hands down and up. We're keeping that upper body, upper arm still. Once more, down and up. Lift those hands up and elbows down. Hands up and down, hands up and down, and again, hands up and down. Let's relax those arms here. We're going to tap our toes forwards. Let's tap those toes to the sides. Let's dig those heels forwards. And heels to the side. Good, let's take one foot, tap your toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Toe and heel. Let's switch to the other side. Tap your toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Good, let's bring those feet together. I'm going to tap our toes, and let's wiggle our fingers. Good, let's tap our heels, tap our fingers to our thumb. Good, tap your feet, toes, both feet at the same time. Let's circle our wrists. And let's tap our heels, circle those wrists the other way. Good, let's stand with our feet hip width apart and let's circle our hips. Good, nice and slowly. Nice big circles. Let's go back in the other direction. Good, excellent. Let's take a nice deep breath. Big inhale. And exhale. Very good. All right, we're going to begin. Don't know how I want this mat to be. We're going to start with a squat. We're going to use one weight. We're going to push that weight up overhead. We're going to switch it from one hand to the other. So I'm going to start with the weight in my left hand. Hold it here at my shoulder. My feet are hip width. I'm going to inhale as I sink down. Exhale as I push up. Push that weight up overhead. I'm going to lower it down. Switch it to the right hand. Into that squat. Push up overhead. And let's keep going, switching that hand from side to side as we go. Good. We can be nice and slow as we change hands here. Good. Big inhale as you sink down. Exhale as you push up. Let's do one more. Good, and lower down. Excellent. The way we're going to organize this is we'll have 3 exercises. So one lower body, one upper body, one kind of core specific. We'll do each one once. We'll do the same 3, and then we'll move on to a second group of 3. So let's keep hold of the one weight now, and we are going to do a tricep extension. We're going to lift that weight up above your head. You are going to bend at the elbows, lower that weight slowly behind your head, and then breathe out and lift right back up to the ceiling. So nice deep breath in, and reach up. Inhale, slowly lower. And we're just lowering that weight as far as you comfortably can. It might look different to what I'm doing, that's okay. Might be a smaller movement. Good. Let's do 2 more. That's 1. And 2. Good. Relax that weight. Pop it down. We're going to come to the wall for the first of our wall exercises. Let me turn the camera. I'm going to stand with my arms out front, hands at shoulder height. I'm going to take a step away, so my feet are further away than my head. I'm going to focus on the spot in between my hands, and I'm going to hold this position here, this plank position, for 30 seconds. We're taking nice deep breaths, pulling that belly button in towards your spine, looking at that spot in between your hands, And that's going to keep your spine in a nice straight line. Good, deep breaths. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and up. Excellent. You can grab a drink if you want to, and then we'll repeat those 3. Let's pick up the one weight. We're doing that squat with an overhead press. So I'm going to take the weight up to my shoulder, feet hip width, standing up nice and tall. Let's inhale, sink into the squat. Exhale, push right up to the ceiling. We'll slowly switch hands. Don't rush on this part. Good. We're not trying to work as quickly as possible. Good. I like to pause for a little bit with that weight in the air. Good. Excellent. We're going to do 2 more, so that's 1 more with a weight in each hand. 1. And here. There's 2. Good. Lower that weight for just a moment. We're going to upper body and that tricep exercise next. So let's pick up the weight again. Right up overhead. We're going to inhale, lower those hands down. Exhale back to center. Good, nice deep breaths. Last one. Good, slowly relax that weight down. Good, let's find a spot at the wall again. We're going to do that plank. Arms out in front of you at shoulder height. Take a step away so your feet are further away than your head. You can see them in that nice inclined position. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Let's take deep breaths. We'll hold for 30 seconds here. Looking at that spot in between your hands. Good, nice deep breaths. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and up. Great, grab a drink and then we'll do 3 different exercises. We're going to use one weight for the first one. First exercise is going to be a lunge. And we're going to step backwards into that lunge. I'm going to hold the weight at the ends like this. I'm going to stand at the top of my mat. I'm going to step back with my right foot first. Now, the amount that you step back is up to you. That's quite a big step. You can take a smaller step. Kind of depends how much you want to bend your knees, how confident you feel in your balance too, because balance can be tricky when we're lunging. So I'm going to take a step back, bend. I've got my right heel lifted, lowering that right knee towards the floor, and my left knee bends as I sink down. And then I'm going to stand back up and repeat on the other side. Left foot back, lower that knee and up. Lower your knees just as much as you feel comfortable. The amount of knee bend is up to you. Here we go. We want to stand nice and tall. Good inhale as you sink down. Exhale as you stand up. We'll do one more each side. Good, and stand, excellent. We're going to pick the second weight up here. And we're going to do a chest exercise. Feet hip width, knees nice and soft. I'm going to hinge forward. My weights are kind of at my sides here. I'm going to reach one hand out to the side and then the other. I have a little bit of a bend in my elbows. I'm nice and slowly lowering that weight back down. I'm still through my upper body. Good, nice and slowly. Deep breaths. And relax there. Good, let's stand. Put the weights down. We're going to come to the wall and do one more at the wall here. And we're going to get into that plank position again. Arms out in front, hands at shoulder height. I'm going to take a step back so my feet are further away than my head. I'm going to spend 30 seconds driving my knees up towards my chest. This can be at the speed of your choice. Don't be afraid to go fast if that feels good. And take nice deep breaths. All right, 30 seconds. Here we go. Driving those knees up, nice and back. Good. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And relax. Good. Excellent. Grab a drink if you want to, and let's repeat all of these. All right, we're going to do that reverse lunge. We're going to repeat all 3 of those. Reverse lunges first. I'm holding the weight at the ends. I'm going to take a step back, lower that knee towards the floor, back up to center. Nice and slowly down and up. Inhale as you lower, exhale to stand. Let's do one more each side. Chest tall. Good, and stand. Have a weight in each hand now, and I'm going to do that chest exercise again. Knees nice and soft. Hinge forward a little bit. My weights are kind of in front of me and at my sides. I'm going to lift one hand and then the other. I'm almost lifting from the elbow a little bit, lifting out to the side, keeping my elbow soft. Good. Nice deep breaths. 2 more. Good, and relax. Pop the weights down. And let's do one more at the wall. We'll repeat that mountain climber exercise. Arms out in front, take a step away. So your hands are further, head is closer to the wall than your feet. Here we go, 30 seconds. Drive those knees up, nice and high. Choose a speed that you can kind of maintain for the whole 30 seconds. Good, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and pause. Excellent. Excellent. Grab a drink if you want to, and then we will do 2 new ones. First thing you'll need both weights. We're going to do some heel raises. You can hold those weights at your side here, or you can lift those weights up to hold at your shoulders. This way feels more challenging to me. You can choose which one you want to do. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to hold the weights here at my shoulders, but down at your sides, also good. Heel raises, we're going to push both feet up to tiptoes, slowly lower down. Chest is tall, we're looking up and ahead. Good. Nice and slowly as you lower. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good, relax those heels, and we can lower our hands. We're going to keep hold of those weights and hold them down at your sides. Now this time, we're going to stand up really nice and tall. Think about engaging those core muscles a little bit extra, maybe pulling that belly button in towards your spine. And we're going to march on the spot. Lifting those knees nice and high. Chest really tall. Drive those knees. Trying to put those feet back in roughly the same place you picked them up from. So we're in one spot, we're not moving all over the place. Once more each side. Good, and pop the weights down for a moment. Great. Let's grab a drink here and we'll repeat those one more time. Alrighty, let's grab the weights again. Heel raises are first. You can have your arms at your sides, so you can pick those hands up. I'm going to hold mine at my shoulders. Standing up tall. I am going to lift up. No, sorry, that was the second one. I'm going to push up with the tiptoes. Slowly lower down. Good. Breathing out as I come up. Breathing in as I lower. Good. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good, relax those arms. I'm going to hold my weights at my side. I'm not going to put them down. I'm going to go straight into this next exercise. We're doing that march, standing up tall. Think about engaging those core muscles. Pulling up one knee and then the other. Good, nice deep breaths. Excellent. Good, couple more. Once more each foot. Good, you can pop the weights down. Pretty good for your grip strength, that one as well, to hold onto those weights for a longer period of time. Excellent, grab a drink. We're all finished with strength. We're going to move on to balance. So when we're balancing, we want to be within an arm's reach of something to support us. I always use the wall. Yeah. I'm going to stand with my feet. No, not hip width. I want to stand with my feet really narrow today. Really close to each other, close as they can be. And let's think about our feet being nice and relaxed. So toes spread out, knees soft. We're going to roll our feet. So rolling onto the front of your feet and then onto your heels a little bit. Good, just forwards and backwards. It's a very small movement. Good, let's roll our feet from side to side now. Good, lifting up through the sides of your feet. Good, relax those feet, excellent. We're going to march on the spot and lift those knees nice and high. We're going to do that slowly. Have a hand on support if you need to. Lifting those knees slowly. Placing those feet back where you picked them up from if you can. If you can, we're going to add some arms. So we're going to lift the opposite arm. Never fails, every class. Good, lifting that opposite hand. Slowly placing that foot on the floor. Once more. Good, and feet on the ground. I'm going to do a little bit of standing on one leg now. I'm going to stand on my right foot and raise the left. I'm just going to hold that foot where it feels comfortable. I'm going to stand up tall. I'm looking up and ahead. I'm going to take one hand. It's not the hand that's holding the wall, it's the other one. I'm going to punch to the ceiling and then slowly lower down and punch. This doesn't have to be really fast. Good. Let's see if we can add the other hand too, so we alternate. Good. Switching from one hand to the other can be tricky for that balance. Good. Once more on each side. Good, and let's relax. I'll switch to the other side here. I'm going to stand on my left foot. I'm going to raise my right, stand up nice and tall. Good, let's take one hand, punch up to the ceiling. Let's add the other hand if we can. Good, once more each side. Great, and relax. Let's bring our arms up in a Y shape. I'm going to stand on my left foot and let's raise the right. Doesn't have to be high. I'm very close to the floor here. I just need the space to be able to circle this ankle. Let's go back in the other direction. Good, and relax down. Excellent. Let's stand on the left foot, raise the right, and arms up. And let's circle the right ankle. And in the other direction too. Good, and foot on the floor. Excellent. We're going to move around now. We've been standing still for a while. Let's tightrope. So we're going to heel and toe, forwards and backwards. You can only take a few steps because of this space, but you can move around more than me. Heel to toe, moving forwards, moving backwards. We're looking up and ahead. We're looking where we're going. Nice and tall through your chest. Good. Relax through the shoulders. Try to keep those feet really close to each other. Good. And then back to center. Excellent. We're going to stand with our feet a little wider than hip width here. Now we're going to shift our weight from one foot to the other. So shifting from side to side. I'm lifting up through my heels. Get my toes on the floor. Good. I'm going to add my arms as I move to the left. I'll reach to the left. So it's just about pushing more weight into one foot and then the other. Good, I'm going to reach across my body now. Let's relax our arms and let's lift up our feet a little bit, stepping from one foot to the other. Good, I'm going to step on my left foot, raise the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And onto the right foot, raise the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet on the floor. Very good. Excellent, everybody. Let's take an arm across your body here. And you can hold. Feel that nice stretch through your shoulder and your upper arm. Let's switch to the other side, arm across your body and hold. Let's relax that arm. We're going to take one hand up to the ceiling, bend the other hand behind your back, and use that other hand and just hold my elbow here to stabilize it. Take some nice deep breaths. Good, let's relax this arm. We're going to switch. Hand behind your back and hold. Good, relax that arm nice and slowly. Let's have a seat. Going to sit forward in my chair, stretch one leg out, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling. And let's hinge forward at the hip. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg. Good, let's sit up, switch to the other side, heel to the floor, toe to the ceiling, hinge forwards. Good, let's sit up. We're going to sit right back in our chair. Sitting up nice and tall, let's bring your chin towards your chest. Good. Let's look up. Bring your ear to your shoulder. Good. And the other side. Good. Let's look up. Bring your chin to your shoulder. Good. And the other way, chin to shoulder. Good. Back to center again. Let's come up to feet. You're going to reach those arms behind you. Reach for the back of the room and take a deep breath in. And then exhale, wrap those arms around you. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze of that on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.
Thank you from North Carolina.
Oh, very nice. How's the weather there?
15 to 20 today.
Oh, okay. Nice. But I don't know what it is here. Cooler, maybe. But it's sunny. So,
yeah, sunny every day. That's the great part about it.
very nice.
Bye.
Enjoy. Bye for now.